Okay, welcome to my step-by-step guide to starting your social media management agency. Now, this isn't going to be a step-by-step like, you see on the rest of YouTube. I'm actually going to help you do the step-by-step process from starting it, idea concept, to actually signing your first client. So please do stick around. Before we do start, I would highly appreciate a like and subscribe, comment below as well, just to boost the algorithm and give me a bit more motivation to do these videos and continue, helping you guys and explaining. So I've had a few messages on Instagram. How do I set myself up? What is the process? How do I get my first client? So pen and paper needed for today's activity. We are going to start with thinking what it is that our strengths are. So for example, a lot of people, they might know already how to do graphic design. So you're a graphic designer, you know how to design websites as well. That's an awesome pro. Or maybe you don't, maybe you're just good at sales or a really hard worker that knows, you're going to put in the hours to get the results. So step by step is know your strengths. So write those down. What are you good at? Do you know how to run Facebook ads or TikTok ads, YouTube ads, whatever it is already? Or do you have to outsource that? Do you know how to design websites, or is that something you're going to look at outsourcing? So figure these things out. Do you know how to do social media management? And you can nail down the aesthetics and you know how to grow Instagram accounts. Write that down. So now once we've got our strengths written down, we're going to move on to the second section, which is selecting a niche. Now, the reason it's important to niche down is that we want to position ourselves as the expert in a field. We don't want to be kind of just taking anything and everything, because whilst it may seem good at the beginning, the longevity is going to be a lot worse. And also you're going to struggle to actually get clients because your case studies are in loads of different industries, and you're not going to have strong enough presence or trust factor to get anyone in a single industry. So we're going to go down the route today, just for example's sake, of you love fitness and you're good at sales. This was me. I love fitness. I'm actually a PT myself, but I'm also really good at sales. So do I know graphic design, website design, or ads myself? No. But I know how to run a business and I know how to get clients. I know how to make sure, those clients get amazing results. So that is the main focus. Getting clients amazing results, because that is how you're going to grow your business. It's not about slapdash and doing it fast. It's actually about really generating value, because that is the way people are going to recommend you and come use you for more things. So we're going to write down our strengths today: sales, and the niche we're going to look at is fitness studios or gyms. So we're going to go, what do gyms normally need, right? So we can offer a few different services here. Most gyms or personal trainers often need help with ads and generating more leads, not necessarily e-commerce, because they're not selling anything. Now, I have said before, this isn't an industry that produces necessarily a lot of money. The clients are often smaller and have a little bit less, but to start off, it's perfect to target, fitness studios, Pilates studios, gyms, personal trainers that do online coaching. They're all going to have an online presence. So we're going to write down our niche, which is fitness, gyms, personal trainers, that whole section. And we're going to go, right, what can we help them with in that niche? So I'd say the main thing they're going to need is potentially website updates. So they want a high converting website and lead gen. So that we're going to write that down. Those are the things that one's going to need. Now that we've got our niche and we know who we're going to be targeting, mind the dog, the next step is figuring out our own presence. So we need to have an online presence ourselves, or no one's going to buy from us. So the first thing I'd say to do is start your agency name. It can be anything. Go for something like, I don't know, agency growth, let's call it. Or if your name's John, you could go agency by John. Whatever it is you want to call it, write down your agency name. Don't spend too long thinking about it. It's not the end of the world. But you want to select something you're happy with. After that, we want to actually start building out our profile. So creating an Instagram and Facebook page is important, because these are one of the ways we're going to actually generate leads. So your next step, write this down, is to create an online presence. So go create the Instagram page, create the Facebook page. Second, go on your LinkedIn. So if you don't have a LinkedIn profile, create one, add your job as the director of your new business. So let's go with Studio John, director. And what we want to do is make sure our LinkedIn profile is also optimized. So previous jobs, make it all super legit, start connecting with people in that fitness industry. So now you've got a bit of an online presence. Now the next step, and I do recommend this, is website. Sort yourself out with a website. You can set yourself up on Squarespace, or I'd recommend Squarespace for starting out, just because it's easy to build your own. Especially, probably only need something simple at this early stages. If you do have more money, then get a web designer to do it for you. For that, holla. One of my team members is amazing at that, so definitely let me know. So yeah, set yourself up on Squarespace, for example, for a website. I think it's as little as £10 a month. And now you've got somewhere to direct that traffic and somewhere you can showcase your work. So next step is basically, you've got your social media presence, you've got your website, you know your niche. Now we need to start targeting. So we're basically set up. As easy as that. You probably take you a day or two. You are set up and ready to go for business. So the next step is outreach. You need to be doing outreach every single day. The main thing that's going to move the needle in your business is just speaking to people, connecting with people. I've got a few videos on outreach, which I'll link at the end, from the different things I look for. But for today's video, we're just going to focus on Instagram, LinkedIn, and Upwork. So these are the three we're going to focus on. So for Instagram, I highly suggest you start following fitness studios, fitness gyms, Pilates gyms, yoga studios, personal trainers, and start focusing on a country to start off with. So main countries that produce the most amount of revenue are US, UK, and Germany. I'd stay away from the others for now. And I just start following and commenting and engaging on Instagram with those accounts, okay? So Pilates, gym studios, personal trainers in those areas. And we want to be doing 20 messages of outreach per day on Instagram. That is your bare minimum, okay? So 20 messages to those niche businesses. Second step, we now want to connect on LinkedIn with Sales Navigator. You get a free trial, by the way. We want to connect with the founders, CEOs of those places. So for example, I've got a video again, how to use Sales Navigator. You can find that in my profile, but we want to be connecting with the founders of gyms in, let's say, London, or the whole of the south of England, or the whole of the UK. We want to be connecting, bam, bam, bam. And then we want to be doing, once they've accepted our connection, we want to be doing 10 messages on LinkedIn per day. So all of a sudden, you're going to be outreaching 20 on Instagram, 10 on LinkedIn. And then we're also going to be doing 20 cold business emails. So how do we get these emails? The easiest and quickest way is Google Maps. Go on Google Maps, type in gym, set the location, bam. You're going to get loads of gyms and personal training studios. Go on there, grab their email, and then just drop them an email. You may find the same person on LinkedIn. Hit him twice. Perfect. Hit him 3 times on Instagram. A lot of people use LinkedIn, a lot use Insta, a lot use email. If you target all 3, you're more likely to get a response. So 20 emails per day as well. Now all of a sudden you're doing 50 outreach messages per day. So that times 5, if you're doing just Monday to Fridays, 250 messages. In the first 4 weeks, you've hit 1,000 people. That's huge. There is no reason with that you will not generate your first client. So that is the way I'd start. If you'd like to get case studies and kind of build that trust factor on your website, you can offer your services for free to start with. It could be a good indication for you, so you get a feel for it. If not, speak to friends and family. Do some work for them, try and help them. You know, if they've got a business or they're starting a business, help them grow. They're already going to trust you, so that part is taken care of. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. My final point would be outreach is key at these early stages. If, like myself, you're not an expert at Facebook ads or an expert necessarily at web design, but again, you've generated the business, you're great at getting sales calls, you're going to come to the stage where you need to find someone to work with. So there you're going to need to work with a graphic designer that works for your business or an ads expert. I will do a video on how to select the perfect person to work for your business, and obviously when it's time to outsource, which if you don't know how to do any of those services is straight away, but not till you've generated your first client. Hope that helps. Please like, comment and subscribe.